I've got a knife in here. I've got a knife. I've got a knife.
Oh, what are the lights? What are the lights, dude? What are the lights?
Here, I'm gonna come back.
Oh my god. Holy shit, man. How is that possible? That's the one in the middle, dude.
Oh shit.
Fucking Christ. The different one, man. I literally have not even... Oh my god, dude.
Some places don't feel empty, even when no one is there. Deep in forests, cemeteries, and abandoned ruins, people keep reporting the same thing. Something is always just out of sight. In this video, we'll go through 6 of the most chilling outdoor and hiking encounters ever caught on camera. This video comes from YouTube creator Under the Weather, where remote wilderness expeditions and solo winter survival camps document dangerous overnight stays deep inside isolated forests, river systems, and unforgiving terrain far away from civilization. What begins as a quiet overnight camping trip on a tiny island surrounded by rushing rivers quickly transforms into a terrifying psychological nightmare after strange laughter, unexplained movement, and heavy footsteps begin surrounding the campsite throughout the night. Deep into the night, the camper suddenly wakes after hearing unexplained disturbances outside the tent walls. Attempting to identify whoever may be nearby, he repeatedly calls out into the darkness but receives absolutely no response. Growing increasingly alarmed, he explains that his campsite sits on a small, isolated island completely surrounded by rivers, making human access nearly impossible without being noticed beforehand. Moments later, he quietly arms himself with a knife after becoming convinced that someone or something is moving directly outside the tent.
Hello? 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 Now, the thing is, I'm kind of on an island here, so there's river on that side, river on that side. It's very hard to get down here if it's a human, that is. Hello? Typical, now I can't hear a thing. Right, I'll turn the light off.
The situation escalates even further when strange noises begin cutting through the constant roar of the nearby waterfall. The camper freezes after hearing what sounds like frantic, hysterical laughter echoing from somewhere deep within the pitch-black forest surrounding the island. Realizing he has absolutely no escape route until daylight arrives, he nervously tells the camera that if he does not survive the night, the footage may serve as his final message.
I've got a knife in here. I've got a knife. I've got a knife. Right. Well, that definitely sounded like somebody there. But there's no one here. Every time I come out, it's empty. Unless I come out the fucking river. I don't even think. No, because as I said, I'm basically on an island, so there's no way that anyone could actually get it. Jesus Christ! What? Hello? 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 Jesus Christ! Fuck that. Hello? Heard that noise again. It sounds like somebody laughing outside, but I have no idea. Huh, unless it's the kelpies. Oh. Hello? Right, I might have to leave. But I can't leave, so I'm stuck here for the whole night. If I don't make it, this is my last will and testament, right? You're the last person to see me alive. Yeah.
Only minutes later, the camper is jolted awake once again after loud hysterical laughter suddenly erupts directly outside the tent walls. Terrified, he cautiously checks the perimeter before hearing heavy footsteps splashing through the shallow river surrounding the island, as though something is actively wading toward the campsite through the darkness. Unable to see anything despite the sounds rapidly approaching, he retreats back inside the tent in panic and waits silently for the disturbance to finally disappear.
Oh God. What a night that was. Oh, that was terrifying. It sounded like hysterical laughing that woke me up. Yeah, I just heard people, or somebody, noises around there. Like somebody was coming through the water, like your mind running wild. And obviously I went out, had a wee look. Didn't see anything, then I heard like footsteps. I just ran back in here. And then it did go silent after a while, which was alright, so I did get back to sleep. How do we look outside and see any damage or anything? Right, can I open this with one hand? Oh, hello? Oh, look at that, sunshine. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Oh.
The following morning, the camper cautiously exits the tent to inspect the campsite in daylight. While checking the remains of his fire, he discovers something deeply unsettling. The firewood logs he had brought with him the night before have been deliberately moved and neatly stacked into a separate pile several feet away from where he originally left them. With nobody else supposedly anywhere near the isolated island, the disturbing rearrangement leaves the true identity of whatever approached the campsite during the night completely unexplained.
Well, some bird is become rather unfortunate. But as expected, everything seems in order. Yeah. So obviously the fire went out because it's pretty wet. That's why I brought my own wood. Hang on a minute. Yeah, what the fuck is that? Right. These were in a pile over there. Just sitting on the ground. Right. I think someone's playing.
With the surrounding rivers preventing escape, hysterical laughter echoing through the darkness, and physical evidence suggesting something had been moving around the campsite throughout the night, the camper ultimately leaves the island deeply disturbed by whatever encountered him in the wilderness. The footsteps, laughter, and carefully rearranged firewood remain completely unresolved. This video comes from YouTube creator Katie Romes, where solo camping expeditions and remote wilderness adventures document the realities of surviving alone deep inside isolated forests far away from civilization. What begins as a peaceful solo camping trip quickly transforms into a deeply unsettling ordeal after a group of unknown men unexpectedly arrive near the isolated campsite, forcing the lone camper into a tense midnight evacuation through the dark woods. While building a makeshift chair beside her secluded campsite, the camper suddenly hears unfamiliar male voices echoing through the forest, along with the smell of cigarette smoke drifting through the trees. Realizing strangers are dangerously close to her isolated position, she immediately begins recording continuously for safety and prepares to contact her family if the situation escalates further.
I can hear and smell a group of men. I can smell their cigarettes and I can hear them as well. So I'm just going to leave my camera on record for like the foreseeable future until they leave. I would be quite concerned if they came any closer. So I'm just going to leave my camera on in case, because if they come up, my camera's on, I'll be on the phone with my mum or something. I'll call my mum and just, fingers crossed they don't come, but I don't really, well, I'm out here alone. I'm building a chair. They might be harmless, but it's better safe than sorry. So if you ever are in a situation like this, put your camera on record and call someone. It's the best thing you can do. Oh, and maybe have a knife on hand. No, I'm joking about that last bit. Or am I? They're still not gone. This is it so far. I'm trying to be quiet because I don't want them to know I'm here. I am quite camouflaged. But I have seen them. So if I can see them, they can most likely see me. Oh, I'm scared. It's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Anyone solo, if there's a group of people near you, you have every right to be concerned, because they are quite scary.
The camper remains completely silent while cautiously watching the group through the trees, terrified that her hidden campsite may already have been discovered. The tension worsens when the men begin blasting loud music through speakers, overwhelming the natural silence of the forest and making it impossible for her to relax. The situation becomes far more serious after the camper realizes the group is camped only around 50 meters away from her tent. After spotting her camp light, the men reportedly approach her campsite directly and attempt to interact with her, inviting her to join them for beers and dinner. Although the interaction appears calm on the surface, she remains visibly uncomfortable and attempts to end the conversation as quickly as possible.
Finished. I do believe it's time for some dinner. An update on the men. They are staying over there, probably about 50 meters away from me. They came over to say hello. They said they saw a light, which is this light. And they said hello, invited me for beers and for dinner. I said no thank you. Yeah, hopefully all is good. I'm sure everything will be fine. First of all, I don't drink, so like I just said, you know, sorry I don't drink, but you know, and I've had dinner already, which I haven't. I'm just making my dinner now. I don't really encounter people often. It's not a common occurrence. They're also still playing music, which is kind of annoying. Ooh. Well.
By midnight, the constant noise and growing fear finally pushed the camper into a full emergency retreat. In complete darkness, she rapidly dismantles her campsite, packs all of her gear, and nervously slips past the nearby group in order to escape back to her vehicle. Forced to abandon the wilderness camp entirely, the disturbing encounter leaves the isolated forest experience completely unresolved.
Well, it is currently around midnight right now. I've just packed up my bag and my tent because I don't know if you can hear that, but the music is really loud. I don't feel safe here, so I'm gonna head back to the car now. I'll see you there. Well, I am back at the car. It is around 12:30, pushing on 1 a.m. right now. I'm really disappointed that I had to leave.
With unfamiliar voices echoing through the woods, strangers camping only meters away from her tent, and no reliable way to guarantee her safety deep in the wilderness, the camper ultimately decides that escaping the forest was the only option left. If you were completely alone in the middle of the forest and realized a group of strangers had discovered your hidden campsite, would you risk staying through the night or leave before the situation became something far worse? This video comes from YouTube creator Brendan Explores, where remote camping expeditions and overnight wilderness explorations document disturbing encounters and unexplained activity deep within isolated locations far away from civilization. What begins as a quiet overnight camp on the desolate hills of Weaver Hills quickly turns into a terrifying midnight ordeal after unknown vehicles begin circling the isolated campsite, stalking the campers with spotlights, loud music, and strange activity hidden within the darkness. Deep into the night, the peaceful hillside camp is suddenly shattered after a vehicle aggressively drives past the campers' sleeping area. Startled awake, the team immediately exits their vans to investigate the darkness surrounding the isolated track. Moments later, the unknown vehicle begins repeatedly reversing and patrolling back and forth directly beside the campsite, leaving the campers visibly on edge.
Except for this one, but this one's not budging. As you can see, it's like stuck there. It'd take a lot to move these ones. But it sounded like it was one of these doors. That's so bizarre, they're all closed. Like, this night just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
The situation escalates into panic when the vehicle suddenly activates a powerful spotlight and shines it directly toward the camp. The investigators explain that the light appears to be actively tracking their movements through the darkness. The small van eventually stops on the ridge overlooking the campsite while keeping its high beams fixed directly on their position. Only moments later, a second vehicle, a Land Rover, suddenly speeds past the camp, blasting loud music through the thick fog. The intruders visibly acknowledge the campers before cutting their lights off completely near a distant bend in the road. Realizing how unlikely random traffic would be in such a remote area at that hour, the investigators grow increasingly convinced they are being deliberately targeted.
I swear I just heard the lock click. I don't want to have any lights. I'm going to kill my camera. Check it out. I don't think there's anyone out there. It looked like there was light shining on the balcony, but I think it's just the moonlight. I really hope there's not someone creeping out there. Because if they're out here this late, they're up to no good. You can just hear the ambient sounds of this old building, like the wind's blowing, and clearly it's making the wood creak, and there's pack rats. Like I said, there's pack rats everywhere in this building. They're in the walls, in the floor, in the ceiling, the attic above me, the basement below me, making all kinds of noise. They knocked something down the stairs earlier today, and that definitely woke me up. Sounds like metal dragging downstairs too. I don't know. I went down and checked it out. Couldn't come up with a source for it, but it's just all part of the fun.
As the tension reaches its peak, the team notices a massive glowing fire suddenly erupting over the top of the nearby hill. With two unidentified vehicles continuously circling the isolated area, while an unexplained blaze burns through the darkness above them, the true intentions of the midnight visitors remain completely unresolved.
If I had to rank this alone with the other ones, I'd say this one is honestly a close second behind the Coyote Night, just because of how disturbed I was from all the rats and animals and the motion sensor. It was just not a fun night. I got maybe...
With unknown vehicles repeatedly stalking the isolated campsite, powerful spotlights sweeping through the darkness, and a mysterious fire suddenly appearing on the ridge above the camp, the terrifying night at Weaver Hills quickly became far more dangerous than the investigators ever expected. If you were trapped at an isolated campsite deep in the hills while unknown vehicles continuously circled your position in the middle of the night, would you stay and investigate or leave the area before the situation escalated even further? This video comes from YouTube creator Exploring with Josh, where dangerous wilderness expeditions and abandoned location explorations document disturbing discoveries hidden deep inside isolated and historically infamous environments around the world. What begins as an exploration through Japan's infamous Sea of Trees forest quickly transforms into a deeply unsettling survival experience after unexplained silence, abandoned campsites, burned personal belongings, and bizarre markers begin appearing deeper within the isolated wilderness. While exploring deep inside the volcanic terrain, the team approaches a hidden wind cave where an intense freezing draft suddenly rises from beneath the rocks. The abrupt temperature drop creates a near-freezing microclimate that leaves the investigators physically shivering despite the warmer conditions outside the cave.
And everything just grew over this thousands and thousands of years, and that's how it created this form. The reason why the forest gets so quiet is because as you get deeper in, those lava rocks absorb all the sound, and that's why it feels like it's weird and things can go wrong. It also is why your service can kind of mess up because of the rocks, because of Mount Fuji. It causes the signal on your phone to mess up. That's all real stuff. I've never even done this before. Let's see how deep this goes. Must be kind of cold in there.
It is really cold in there, and look, the wind is blowing onto the wind chimes right now from the cave.
Holy crap, it's cold. It's way colder in there. It's like just right here, it is so freaking cold compared to right up there. It's like night and day difference. I feel like I need a jacket on right now, just like that. Yeah. Like, no joke. That's nuts. Well, it's not.
As the group ventures deeper beneath the dense canopy, every phone suddenly loses cellular service at the exact same moment. Almost instantly, the surrounding wilderness falls into a disturbing absolute silence, where even the normal sounds of the forest completely disappear.
Really get service in here. I'll even show you. If you have an Android, in the top right corner, I have no 4G, no 5G, no nothing. You noticed?
It's quiet.
Yeah.
Really quiet.
Super quiet.
You just hear the wind.
You know what's weird? It happened out of nowhere.
Yeah, we just crossed the line and it was an invisible line.
Huh. I do admit, interesting. Very interesting, actually. So over here, there's a sign to go right or go left. And this could bring you to the...
The team bypasses a do not enter barrier and ventures off the designated trails into an isolated, restricted area. Moments later, a strange, disembodied sound suddenly echoes through the dense trees, forcing the investigators to immediately stop and listen as the atmosphere becomes increasingly tense.
Ghost hunting for 5 years. I do think this place has a dark side. As you walk past here, this is where people say things happen. For some reason, it's in the do not enter sign. Now, why? I don't know. I don't know why crossing that threshold is where things happen that goes wrong. Because if I go this side, which again, it's this trail, can something happen to you there? Or is there anything haunted here? I don't know. But I don't know. You know what I mean? Why is it that right here is bad?
Following an orange ribbon trail through the dense undergrowth, the investigators discover a completely collapsed abandoned tent hidden deep within a remote hollow surrounded by unstable lava rock, suggesting someone had been secretly camping far beyond the normal hiking paths. Inspecting the abandoned campsite further, the team uncovers fake flowers, a discarded birthday cake box, and the burned remains of a personal journal scattered around the overturned tent, leaving behind disturbing evidence of a deeply emotional or traumatic event hidden within the forest.
It's not... You have to stick to your trails. It's dangerous.
Right down there, you see something white right there? I'm pretty sure that's a tent.
It does look like a tent.
Gotta be.
All right, let's go over there. Yeah. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Fuck. Yeah, me too. All right, yeah, you did find a tent.
Oh, dude, I think an animal came through and just wrecked it.
Yeah, there is some sort of tent here. Okay. Well, let's see what's going on. Let's look around. Let's analyze. First off, there were fake flowers here, right? What's in here? Yeah, the whole tent's tipped over. They were burning something in the tent. That's like books, or there's burned pages over there. See, there's burned pages, like a journal. Right here. Someone's journal they were burning, see?
Nearby, the investigators discover large piles of gathered firewood alongside 2 completely melted portable battery chargers burned beyond recognition without any obvious explanation for the localized fire damage.
And then they just left. You guys screenshot this. We'll screenshot it too. You can chat GPT what it's saying, so we can kind of figure things out. There's this one. There's this one too. So there you go. If this is some sort of goodbye or anything, we have these 2 to look at. Screenshot it, and
Burning pants.
we'll see what it was, you know? This is another charger that burned. That says super fast charger. So they had 2 chargers here that burned. And they had, look at this, I didn't even notice, a bunch of firewood to keep going for days.
Venturing deeper into the wilderness, the group follows an ancient deteriorating string trail embedded into the moss-covered forest floor. The fragmented markers reveal that multiple separate individuals had systematically mapped this dangerous path through the isolated woods over many years.
Oh yeah, there's a ribbon.
Where?
The green ribbon right there.
Oh, there is. Oh, bro, wait, what's this string?
More? Oh. 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 Why does it go under?
Because the vegetation.
I thought I was going into the cave down there. And there's like a...
I don't know. I think from all the vegetation, though, it took it all. Yeah, it's in very old string, a ribbon. And what'd you say? You said you seen something here?
Yeah, still old. Also overgrown from what it looks like.
Oh, yep.
But it was done...
A different color, too, look.
Yeah,
see?
It's a different person. Oh. Oh, it's like totally disintegrated.
Yeah, it went down here. I'm surprised we're even seeing that. I didn't think people would go this off path.
With abandoned camps hidden beyond the official trails, unexplained sounds echoing through the trees, and disturbing personal belongings scattered throughout the isolated terrain, the terrifying mysteries surrounding the sea of trees remain completely unresolved. Do you believe the disturbing discoveries hidden throughout the sea of trees were simply traces left behind by lost explorers over the years? Or did the investigators unknowingly uncover evidence of something far darker hidden deep within the forest? This video comes from YouTube creator Search for Supernatural, where paranormal investigations and overnight explorations document alleged hauntings, unexplained entities, and disturbing supernatural encounters tied to isolated locations with dark historical legends. What begins as a nighttime investigation across the remote grounds of Pocomoke Ranch quickly spirals into a terrifying paranormal ordeal after disembodied crying, shadowy lights, violent footsteps, and intelligent responses from an unseen presence begin surrounding the investigators deep within the property. While discussing the isolated property layout, the team suddenly hears faint crying echoing from the pitch-black woods nearby. The owner explains that the ranch allegedly sits on an active intersection of ley lines, and recalls a disturbing incident where a tree branch was violently pulled backward and whipped directly toward him while he was alone. Venturing deeper into the property, the investigators approach a small abandoned shed hidden within the darkness. Attempting to establish communication, they challenge whatever may be watching them to interact with the glowing equipment placed on the ground, while several members begin feeling an overwhelming sense of being watched.
Right here. We'll venture the nighttime trails soon enough. Oh no. I think I'm gonna put my wallet in my car. Yeah, there you go.
It comes out right there. Yeah.
Shine your light over there.
Huh?
I don't know, dude.
I don't want to see anything. We're seeing leaves coming. Oh man.
Yeah.
It doesn't get easier.
Standing inside the doorway of the structure, the team suddenly notices that a bottle previously documented standing upright has mysteriously been knocked over without explanation, immediately escalating the tension surrounding the isolated shed. Near an old barn, a mysterious unexplained light suddenly manifests and moves through the darkness. Moments later, the investigators experience a severe temperature drop before a deep, disembodied sound breaks the silence around them, despite failing to register on their recording equipment.
That bottle was, bro, that bottle was sitting up earlier. That's crazy.
While navigating the wooded trails, the team hears what sounds like multiple unseen entities rapidly running through the thick brush surrounding them. Despite repeatedly scanning the area with flashlights, no visible figure is ever found before a loud impact suddenly echoes from deeper within the woods.
They're running off to where they're going. Unless these dudes know these trail systems like the back of their hand, I don't think anybody's cutting through these thick-ass woods. I mean, they're fucking... How the fuck are you gonna run without a light? Unless you got some night vision goggles on. Did you... I don't know, bro.
Arriving at Burnt Bridge, the site of an alleged 1800s tragedy involving a drowned mother and child, the investigators suddenly hear the distinct sound of a woman quietly crying beneath the bridge before an unexplained splash erupts from the dark creek below.
You hear that? That sounded like a
Crying.
crying. You hear that?
I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it sounds like a lady crying.
Sounds like she's whimpering, like, this is unreal.
Now you can see behind me.
The investigation turns chaotic near an abandoned house after a disembodied male voice suddenly echoes directly beside the team in the darkness. As they retreat in panic, a loud scream pierces the woods before an unexplained light manifests behind the structure. Attempting to return to their vehicle through the heavy fog, the investigators realize that deliberate footsteps are following directly behind them, perfectly mirroring their movements. Amid the heavy footfalls, the faint voice of an elderly woman can be heard calling out from somewhere within the darkness.
What? Footsteps. Nah, bro, come on. Stop this. You ain't doing this.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Hold up, there's somebody over here.
No, come on. I ain't doing that. Chill.
I'm dead ass.
Alright, chill. Come on, I'm not doing this.
Yo!
Yo, chill. Nah, please.
You all fucking erratic, bro. Calm down.
Dog, after what I just heard, what was that?
There they go again, bro.
Come on, bro. I don't play that shit.
So you just gonna walk off?
Come on, you can't see anything over there.
You got a fucking flashlight. Bro!
What?
There was a lady's voice.
Nah, bro. I hear that. Dude, can we come on?
Bro, I'm hearing footsteps right behind me.
Wait, jump out of here.
Oh! Nah, bro, nah. Bro, I'm hearing footsteps right behind me.
Wait, jump out of front of me.
Oh! Nah, bro, nah.
investigators ultimately leave Pocomoke Ranch convinced that something deeply disturbing may still inhabit the isolated land. Do you believe the terrifying activity surrounding Pocomoke Ranch was genuine paranormal phenomena connected to the property's dark history? Or did the investigators unknowingly encounter something far more dangerous hidden within the woods? This video comes from YouTube creator The Paranormal Files. What begins as a paranormal investigation into the infamous ruins of Kay's Cross quickly descends into a terrifying nightmare after intelligent spirit communication. Violent electronic disturbances, shadowy lights, and unexplained footsteps begin surrounding the investigators deep within the isolated forest. A resident recounts a horrifying daytime encounter after spotting a towering cloaked figure standing motionless between the orchard trees, before suddenly charging toward him at unnatural speed. A later police search with K9 units reportedly failed to locate any suspects.
So a cloaked figure chasing people down.
Yeah, in this orchard here.
Down this, which row? This first one?
Yeah, this one right here. Because this used to be a main trail that they used, but it kind of got washed out, so it's not a main roadway right now. Yeah, so up here towards the top is where they said they were picking some of their apples, and that's where that whole incident happened.
Shit, we're only like 10 feet in,
10 feet in, I know, there's a lot.
We just started.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
As the active investigation begins, paranormal detection equipment suddenly activates on its own while bright red lights flash across the ruins. Multiple REM pod sensors trigger simultaneously, suggesting that an unseen presence may be standing directly in front of the cameras.
Okay, if you are here on the cross, okay, so, oh my god, dude, I have chills actually immediately, man. Okay, so if that is you here on the cross, can you touch one of the white lights? What? We're moving over here. Oh my god, dude. You just heard movement?
Yes.
Oh, what are the lights? What are the lights, dude? What are the f***ing lights?
Here, I'm gonna come back.
Oh my god! Holy shit, man! How is that possible? Okay, guys.
Hold on. What is that, dude?
The electronic disturbances intensify when loud wood knocks and heavy rocks striking nearby trees begin echoing from the dark hillside surrounding the investigators, making it appear as though something hidden in the forest is actively tracking their movements.
Jeez, that sounds kind of close. Come on down. I'd like to see that REM pod go off again.
Oh, dude, the one in the middle! The one in the middle, dude!
Oh, shit.
Christ, the different one, man! I literally have not even... Oh my god, dude!
Okay, so the one...
I just reset
the one right
that.
here.
Dude, it moved. It likes the red.
What the heck?
That's actually crazy, because that's a different one now. Well, hold up. I'm going to show this with this.
Okay.
Check that out, guys. Different light now. And this one's red. This one's in the very middle. And I just reset this on camera. Y'all saw that.
The paralight just went up one bar. The paralight.
The lead investigator suddenly develops a severe headache while faint, unexplained lights begin moving through the distant tree line. Moments later, heavy, deliberate footsteps can be heard pacing just beyond the group in the darkness. The communication turns hostile after the spirit talker device suddenly says, "Threat and I'm still around." Moments after, the lead investigator experiences a sharp, unexplained pain in his lower back. The investigation reaches its most disturbing moment when the spirit talker suddenly says Lucifer before warning the team that a dangerous entity nearby intends to drain them. Immediately afterward, multiple phones and electronic devices begin suffering catastrophic battery failure simultaneously.
Lucy.
Lucy. Lucifer. The cross.
But if I'm still around, it's Lucy. If it's George yet, and are you saying that Lucy is a threat to us around here? That she's still here? Or you're still here?
REM pod.
Really?
Miracle.
Oh, miracle. What the heck? I'm a little confused on that. Okay, George, if this is you we're talking to and you're still around and you're saying Lucy is a threat, what is the threat to us?
Did you mean that Lucy is Satan? The devil? With all the devil worship that's been done right here on top of this cross?
Use your energy for this and go through.
Kid.
Oh. Would Lucy be a kid? I heard some movement over there. Hey, George, if Lucy is the threat and Lucy is a kid, what would be the threat? Oh, my shoulder just started to hurt.
Mine did too.
Dang. Ugh. It's like somebody pinched my neck around there.
Don't go.
Don't go.
Okay.
They're warning us about a threat somewhere else here, man.
That makes more sense.
With intelligent responses emerging from paranormal devices, unexplained footsteps surrounding the ruins, and multiple physical manifestations captured throughout the night, the terrifying phenomena surrounding Kay's Cross remain completely unexplained. Do you believe the horrifying activity surrounding Kay's Cross was genuine paranormal phenomena tied to the site's occult history? Or did the investigators unknowingly encounter something far darker hidden within the isolated forest? This video comes from YouTube creator The Northwest Wind, where he documents stealth camping adventures deep inside isolated forests, abandoned locations, and remote public land, often capturing tense encounters, unexplained disturbances, and terrifying moments far from civilization. What begins as a quiet overnight stealth camp inside a local dog park quickly spirals into a terrifying nightmare after something, or someone, begins stalking the campsite from deep within the fog-covered woods. Deep within the suffocating pitch-black woods, the camper lies frozen inside his cramped one-man tent. Outside, slow crunching footsteps circle through the dead leaves, stopping only inches from the thin fabric walls. Realizing something is stalking the campsite, he immediately kills his lantern, plunging the forest into total darkness.
In the tent, you know, like my peppers are down there, but I'm the sausage. You're looking at the sausage, because the sausage is me.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. Somebody's out there. I don't know if they're coming this way or just walking around out there. I can't tell. Somebody's definitely walking around out there, though. Hang on. I don't want to leave the light on in case they can see in here. I think the fly is thick enough that they can't see the light, but still, I'm leaning right up against the lantern, so you can only just barely see my face.
The humid fog thickens around the shelter as the footsteps grow heavier and more aggressive. The frozen ground cracks under the unseen weight, moving directly beside the tent. Trapped inside the tiny bivvy, the camper realizes whatever is outside knows exactly where he is.
They're really close now. They're like, listen. I don't like this at all. I'm spooked.
Hello? Hello?
They're really close. They're like 10 feet away.
this. Hello? Hello? They're touching my tent. Stop.
They're right outside the tent.
Hello? I'm in here. Hello? Hello?
The silence suddenly breaks with low whispering voices moving around the tent. Seconds later, unseen hands begin pressing and groping against the nylon walls from every direction. Panic takes over as the camper screams into the darkness and desperately reaches for his knife while the entire shelter shakes around him.
Hello? Alright, I'm getting the f*** out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f*** this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? They're f***ing with me. They're f***ing with me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you. Hello? Alright, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. Hello? What do you want? Say something. I see you. They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! Alright, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. They're just standing there. What do you want? Leave me alone!
Without warning, the attackers violently rip the rainfly loose, tearing out the stakes and collapsing the tent directly onto him. Struggling free into the foggy night, the camper swings his flashlight wildly through the trees. Then he smells it. Fresh cigarette smoke exhaled somewhere just beyond the beam. In the darkness ahead, two motionless silhouettes stand silently watching him. The chase begins instantly. Crashing footsteps explode behind him as he sprints blindly through thick mud and thorn-covered brush. Disoriented and running purely on adrenaline, he repeatedly crashes to the ground, injuring his knee and face while the sounds of pursuit continue closing in through the darkness.
It smells like someone's smoking a cigarette too. I smell your cigarette! I smell your cigarette! I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. I don't know what to do. I have a knife. I smell your cigarette. All right, I'm officially like tweaking now. I'm like, all right, we're just gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get out of here. I'll come back for this crap later. Do I have my phone? I'm gonna call 911 if you come near me. Should I just call the police now or do I just go? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm scared to go in any direction. I don't know where to go. I'm scared to go in any direction. I smell your cigarette. Is the camera on? The camera's on. I'm recording all of this. All right, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. All right, get the hell out of here. I'm leaving. Don't follow me. I don't know where to go. I don't know which way to get out of here. I smell your cigarette. I can hear you. I hear you. All right, I don't know which way to go. How the hell do I get out of here? All right, I don't know how to get out of here. All right, this is how the do I get out of here? Hang on, let me see if they're... Stay away from me! They're coming behind me. I don't know what they're doing. They could just be around. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going. They're at my campsite. I see them. I see you reflecting off my tent. Leave my shit alone! All right, I'm getting out of here. You can have it. How do I? Which way? Here. Okay. One of them's following me. One of them. Okay, here's a trail of some kind.
Although he eventually escaped the park and returned the following morning to recover his destroyed campsite, the unidentified figures circling the tent, the whispered voices in the fog, and the silhouettes pursuing him through the darkness leave the true identity of the nighttime stalkers completely unexplained and unresolved. This video comes from YouTube creator Truesdale TV, where he explores haunted forests, cursed locations, and isolated wilderness areas connected to disturbing legends, paranormal encounters, and unexplained activity deep within the darkness. What begins as a quiet overnight camp inside Ireland's infamous Ballably Forest quickly spirals into terror after unseen voices begin calling out from the woods and something massive starts moving just beyond the campsite. Deep in the suffocating undergrowth of one of Ireland's most haunted forests, the atmospheric tension turns deeply sinister. As the camera cuts through the gathering twilight, an explicit, disembodied voice breaks through the silence of the trees, directly addressing the camper by his name. "William, stop back, because if you want me to come, I will come and see you." Terrified and breathless, he orders the entity to stay away before fleeing back toward his campsite in full panic.
Eyes for help, like stuff like a banshee. What do you call those things? It's like a siren, but only the land version. What's that called? Trying to lure you out to, don't know, devour you, eat you. What do them things do to you? Now we are in the thick of it now. Go mad. Or did I just hear something there? There's something saying to me, "William, stop back. Because if you want me to come, I will come and see you." No, I'm not. I do not want you to come. You stay where you are in there. Spirits or wherever you are. I don't want you near me.
The psychological dread escalates into physical panic after nightfall. While organizing his gear, a heavy, aggressive crashing sound echoes from the pitch-black woods directly outside the tent. Armed with only a flashlight, the camper steps out into the freezing air, his beam scanning the thick foliage as a sudden, massive rush of movement sweeps past the perimeter, leaving him completely unnerved and questioning his safety.
From there? From there? Said I was come outside. I did see game drills earlier on. What's the biggest game you get over here? We don't get big game. Well, I think that's a nighttime stroll head in the head, definitely. Freak that. Me and being born, I have to check back in the camera. But I swear I heard like something come past there.
The isolation of the forest turns hostile as a violent, physical thump rattles the ground right outside the campsite. The camper scrambles to turn on his equipment, his heart rate visibly exploding as a second, louder impact thuds through the darkness. The terrifying sounds push him to the brink of a breakdown, completely shattering any illusion of being alone in the woods.
Must have been game. I have to tell myself it's game or I'm leaving. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? It was definitely a thump. Right? Guess it's turning the Blair Witch Project, that shit. Right, bestie. Right, I'm gonna turn these days off for a minute or two. What the f***? Did you hear that? Did you f***ing hear that? off, who's out there?
Unable to endure the agonizing anticipation inside his shelter, the camper forces himself out into the dark to investigate. The cinematic tension peaks as he creeps blindly through the dense, tangled branches, his flashlight cutting narrow beams through the eerie fog. Every rustling leaf amplifies the psychological terror, forcing him to hunt for whatever predatory presence is stalking his campsite. Even after escaping the forest before dawn, the camper could not explain the voice that called him by name. The violent disturbances surrounding the tent. This video comes from YouTube creator Groovy Gavin Raw, where he and his team explore Romania's infamous Hoia Bașiu forest, a location feared worldwide for its strange voices, paranormal encounters, missing time phenomena, and the mysterious clearing known as the Bermuda Circle.
The Hoia Bașiu Forest, or what most people call it, the Bermuda Triangle of Romania. When going into this forest, people claim to feel anxious and uneasy, as if someone's watching them. People also claim that after leaving this forest, they're left with scratches and bruises. UFOs have also been seen, as well as a portal to another dimension. And probably the most terrifying part is in the center of this forest, there's just a circle where nothing grows. And it's a forest. Like there's supposed to be trees here. So that's what we're trying to hike to.
Standing near the legendary Bermuda Circle, the team scans the silent forest for movement. Without warning, a massive tree branch suddenly snaps somewhere deep within the darkness just beyond the clearing, instantly freezing the investigators in place as the feeling of being watched settles over the woods.
And for about 10 minutes, nothing happened. So we decided to go deeper into the forest and try to communicate there. But right before we were about to leave, this happened. I swear I keep hearing stuff in the forest.
I heard the branch, too.
I'm gonna ask one more time, and then we're going into your forest, buddy. Is there anything here? Bro, this is supposed to be the most haunted place. All right, we'll come back to this circle with more equipment later to hopefully get something. Wait, I mean, it was going off a little. That might have not been the phones, but it might have also been the phones, so.
Moving deeper into the thick brush at night, the crew begins an audio sweep using paranormal communication equipment. Through the heavy static, a sharp disembodied voice suddenly cuts through the signal, aggressively demanding that the team leave the forest immediately.
Anything paranormal here? Is it true that a lot of people died here?
So no.
It sounded more like, who died here? It sounded like me. Do witches come here a lot? Like, I guess. Fuck, man, that one's. I guess it's in Romanian too. It's Romanian.
Yeah.
Is there more stuff in?
Should leave right now.
I heard right now. Should we leave the forest?
If we should leave the forest. That was clear too. If we really should leave, can you make this go off? Can you just walk near here? Just a face? Are you just a face? People say they see faces here. Is that true? Is there more activity in the circle? Another language. Should we go to the circle? Almost sounded like yeah, so I'm gonna run with it. Let's go to the circle. Also, there's so many bugs here that I'm gonna kill myself.
Back inside the mysterious clearing, one investigator performs a blind audio session while isolated from the others. Moments later, a crystal clear voice emerges through the static, instructing the crew to start filming, as if an unseen presence is fully aware of the cameras surrounding the field. As the questioning intensifies, the atmosphere quickly becomes hostile. Multiple frantic voices suddenly burst through the device at once, repeatedly ordering the investigators to go home and get out, forcing the team to seriously question whether they should continue the investigation.
Whoa, it just said start filming. That's crazy, like really clearly. Okay, I'm good. Ask questions whenever.
Can you touch Gavin right now, Mr. Shepherd?
Stop all that?
Why? Why do you want me to stop?
You invited me?
Yeah, we did invite you. We've been trying to contact you.
Me personally or something? I don't know.
Do you know anything about the missing girl? And why she was missing from you?
Of course.
You do? What can you tell us about her?
Death?
What about, did she die? Did she ever die?
I wonder.
What about the dead peasants?
Problem?
Was there a problem with those peasants?
Yeah.
What was the problem with them? Do you not want to alert us of your presence?
The stars?
Yeah. What about the stars?
What are you doing?
We're trying to find UFOs.
Oh.
Mr. Sheepman, you've been really nice to us. Can you give a sign that you're here and present with Gavin and I?
It's she.
The Shepherdman's a she?
Your friend didn't leave you?
My friend didn't leave me. Well, it's been nice talking with you, Mr. Sheepman. Is there any other information about the other conspiracies here? Mr. Sheepman, are you still there?
Go home.
Go home? Why do you want us to go home? Are Gavin and I in danger?
Get out. You have to.
Oh. Shit.
Lonely?
Lonely?
You? A lot of it's in a different language.
Oh. I was just about to come over there. I low-key had a full conversation with him.
No way.
You said stuff that, like, I was, like, genuinely answered my questions.
Damn. Was it, like, multiple in a row?
Yeah.
This didn't never go off, did it?
No, it didn't. I asked him to touch it, but... Yeah, no, it was a little trippy. I was kind of laughing, but also was like... And then...
Do you want to try this?
Oh, nah, bro.
Separating from the group near 3 a.m., a lone investigator walks deeper into the pitch-black tree line. Within seconds, the atmosphere becomes overwhelmingly heavy and claustrophobic, forcing him to stop in complete silence as the terrifying sensation of an unseen presence closes in around him from the darkness.
Continue to walk alone for another 5 minutes until I decided to stop and try one last time to see if anything was out here. I do feel like a heaviness now that I'm alone. Oh, holy crap. It is literally almost 3 a.m., which is perfect to be alone. All right, is anything here with me? It seemed like we were talking to a girl. Is there a girl spirit here? All you have to do, by the way, is just walk over there and touch the pole sticking up. It literally won't do anything except make a noise. Would you just want to have a conversation with me? I just want to ask some questions. Is the story about the missing girl true? Is there maybe another dimension? Another portal to a dimension? Are there spirits of of witches? Are there spirits of vampires? Is there any type of being? Is this place so haunted because a lot of people have went missing here? What happened here? Did something bad happen here? Are there peaceful spirits here? Are there dangerous spirits here? All you have to do is literally just touch this thing. The only time I was really scared was when I was alone with just a dim light, which kind of makes sense. I'm gonna have to.
By the end of the night, the violent audio responses, the oppressive atmosphere surrounding the Bermuda Circle, and the unseen force stalking the investigators through Hoyabachu Forest leave the true mystery of Romania's most feared wilderness terrifyingly unsolved. This video comes from YouTube creator Exploring with Josh, where he and his team investigate Japan's infamous Aokigahara Forest, a vast haunted wilderness feared for its abandoned camps, unexplained voices, terrifying cave systems, and the disturbing paranormal activity hidden deep within the sea of trees. Deep inside the fog-covered forest, the team discovers 2 abandoned tents left rotting in complete silence. As they move closer, faint whispers begin echoing from somewhere beyond the trees, creating the horrifying feeling that someone or something may still be lurking nearby in the darkness.
So far since I've been here, I've already been hearing like these faint voices coming from like the far out area, like a girl, but I can't make out what they're saying. It's like, I would say it's a whisper, but it's like a shout at the same time. There's 2 tents here, and they're still there. They're still there. Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, there's no one here anymore. They either been found, or they turned back, or they're still in the forest. Look at our view we're getting now. The rain has stopped, the fog's all out, but it's actually making this forest look actually really beautiful and enchanted.
While scanning the woods with an SLS camera, the equipment suddenly maps a massive humanoid figure charging directly toward the sensor. Seconds later, the battery power is violently drained to 0, instantly shutting the entire system down and plunging the crew into darkness.
Like that, but here we go. And just so you guys know, 5 years ago, the sign was a lot different. It was more old and wooden. I think they now make it in English because a lot of people are coming here. So this is where the path becomes really bad. This is when it's all volcanic rocks, and you know the tree roots can't grow, so you can trip on them and get hurt. What is that, mushrooms?
Oh yeah, say the way that it's showing. Is anybody out there?
You can see all the trees have been crumbling and falling down. Where? We're trying to find a place right now to set up a little bit. Actually, this is more open.
Yeah, should we do it here?
Yeah. Wow, the rain is bad though to film. My God, boys. At about 20 to 30 minutes, a little deep inside, enough to where we could kind of start this fire, sit for a bit, listen, kind of feel the woods out, call out questions, names. Right now the rain's really hard to use our ghost equipment, so we're gonna try to see how this goes and wing it. But we really want to kind of let the woods and let the spirits know what we're doing and our intentions are here for.
During a pause in the heavy rain, a deep, disembodied voice suddenly responds from somewhere in the darkness beyond the trees. The chilling sound freezes the crew in place as the unseen presence appears to lure them farther away from the main trail.
That we're learning and discovering. But this is from our research. Your paranormal research might be different.
The dark energy.
Meet you all? I thought that was a reply back. Meet you all. Yeah, there's a girl. You heard that? You heard it, right? I just heard a girl moaning. It's in there. Meet you all.
Wait, maybe someone's living here. Konnichiwa.
The The team descends into a volcanic rock ditch resembling a hidden underground cave. The moment they call out into the darkness, a violent echoing thump blasts from deep inside the cavern, shaking the ground beneath their feet and forcing everyone backward in panic.
Yeah. It's like a little cave, but this is where we are. It stops right here, though. But this is where the voice came from, we heard from above. Heard that? Konnichiwa!
You hear that?
What was that?
It's like, oh, something.
Should we introduce ourselves again? Is that my mind stopped?
Bro, you already introduced yourself. I'm gonna put my camera right here. Let's set up like a little like thing here. Like, why is there a ditch down here? Why are we hearing voices? Like, we'll set up some ghost equipment and try to ask questions. Very freaking strange though how the rain has pretty much stopped when we got inside the ditch.
It's just too silent.
We went from hell and rain. I mean, we did mention it was stopping a little bit, but what the hell's the difference that quick? And now we're hearing the voices and roars?
Near an overgrown tree line, the investigators activate multiple paranormal devices at once. Within seconds, every piece of equipment begins flashing and screaming simultaneously as a heavy voice cuts through the radio static with terrifying clarity.
Fuck. That's insane.
I mean, it could mean that, or
how accurate,
someone
no.
might have done it.
No, true. I mean, it could have been, but not in this forest, though.
There's not,
the strangle.
from what I've read, it's been
You should dig here.
You should dig here.
Oh my god.
Dig where?
Dig here.
Literally said right here.
And this is when we're hearing the voices.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
There's
though.
no way of digging here.
You can't really dig.
Unless it's like
It's
underneath the logs and stuff. Unless the trees have grown over the body.
Maybe
That's
the
other
cave.
Again.
Oh! What the hell?
Right, Stephen, step away from that just so we can clarify that.
Holy
literally everything's going off. Right
everything at once, bro.
If that was you, can you set that off again, please?
I mean, that happened once I said the crevice. Should we check the crevice?
And it said that?
And it's just started going off immediately.
That could be the signs.
Should we go inside there? Should we look inside?
Approaching the mouth of a narrow crevice, the atmosphere turns aggressively hostile. The triangle detector flashes solid red while an unseen force appears to rise directly from beneath the cave floor, forcing the team to immediately stop advancing into the darkness. The horror intensifies as strange whispering circles the perimeter of the camp. A freezing cold wave suddenly sweeps through the forest, numbing the investigators' hands and confirming that something unseen has surrounded their position in the fog.
Nothing at all that can possibly affect that REM pod in this woods. Nothing.
This is absolutely insane.
Were you inside here at one point?
I have no regrets.
I have no regrets.
Well, we know what that's about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Their decision was firm. And the fact is, it's going off. They're just trapped and they're just talking to us. It's almost like they don't care. They're fine with what they did.
How many other people are here with you? How many other people are in the forest?
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
Strangled.
Again!
What the fuck was that?
Bro, that was a weird voice because it sounded like from there and then it just circled around us.
But it just said strangled again as well.
This could be a different
Double?
person now. Like,
Strangled again?
just calm down a little bit, because whatever that was physical. That was a loud, long moan.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
No, you're right.
Holly.
Holly.
Music box. Holly, the music box. Just
your
for a
name
second.
Holly.
No, you might be setting it off, bro. You might be setting it off.
Why? Because I was over there and I moved.
Yeah, exactly. You're moving in front of it.
No, I'm not. Because it went off when I was here.
Right, well, I don't know why it's
And
going off.
You can check my footage. It's going to show me not moving.
No, but I mean, because you stood in front of it, but I just don't know why it's going off now.
No, I didn't stand in front of it. It's aiming that way.
Yeah,
and that was right here.
Yeah, yeah. It's like it's got like a 160 degree.
Yeah,
motion.
true. But no, there's no way that was me. It went off before it went off. My footage is right there to show it. Can you stop it now? Now that you're here? And it's funny though because this went out 4 times before this just went off.
Very cold breeze just moved through.
Yep. I'm feeling it. I am feeling it.
Cave.
Cave! It just said cave.
It literally said cave.
Dude, there must be something.
Something is there. We gotta take a DR60 and ask.
Bro, put the DR60 in there, bro.
Let's turn that off. Let's reset that.
Let's reset it.
It said cave.
Do you want to maybe put it over there, pointing that way? Just
Like-
put it facing the complete opposite
I was
way.
wealthy.
I was wealthy again?
Near a faded stone monument deep within the forest, the team records a chilling EVP session. During playback, a crystal clear voice emerges through the static, leaving the entire group standing in complete silence as the true darkness of the forest finally settles in around them. By the end of the investigation, the abandoned camps, shadow-like entities, violent sensor activity, and the unexplained voices hidden within Aokigahara leave the true nature of the Sea of Trees completely unknown and far more terrifying than the team ever expected. This video comes from YouTube creator Project Fear, where the team investigates the legendary Pine Barrens of New Jersey, a massive wilderness infamous for terrifying encounters, hostile locals, and the chilling legend of the Jersey Devil. Deep within the suffocating ruins of the abandoned brick factory, the heavy silence suddenly breaks as the sound of a vehicle engine echoes through the pitch-black woods. The noise abruptly stops near the exact location of the crew's parked car, triggering immediate panic as the investigators realize their only escape route may no longer be safe.
Sounded like it stopped right over by where we parked, so we're just gonna go check just to make sure.
Yeah, dude, this is so sketchy right now. Because that sounded like a car, and then the engine went off. Did you hear that?
No. What happened?
No?
Sound like a shuffle?
Yeah.
I do just hear something that turned off.
I hate that.
Car's good?
Car's fine.
Dude, what did we just hear?
Dude, I don't know what we just heard.
I don't know.
That was mechanical.
Yeah.
It literally sounded like when you turn your car off, it's like humming, like and then it just stopped.
Yeah.
Also, we gotta look up too at times.
Yeah, true. I mean, this whole area, there's literally every claim imaginable here.
While driving through the isolated stretch of Indian Cabin Road, the atmosphere turns instantly hostile. A hidden vehicle suddenly blasts its headlights through the darkness and aggressively begins tailing the crew from deep within the brush. The terrifying pursuit forces the team to flee the area in pure panic.
Oh fuck! What is that? Someone. Behind us and just waited for us to leave, and then whoever that is guarding that area.
The chase escalates deeper inside Wharton Forest when headlights suddenly appear directly ahead on a narrow dirt corridor. The exact same vehicle speeds toward the investigators through the thick fog, trapping them between the approaching car and the endless wilderness surrounding the road.
So fucking sketchy.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Should I turn around? I don't want to be locked in.
Nope. Okay. Yep. That was another car.
It's the same color lights and everything.
I think it's the dude. Get out of here or what?
Oh, he's speeding.
Is he?
was the first car other than that dude we've seen this entire time, and it was a cop.
Exploring near Mount Misery Road beneath the shadow of a low-flying military helicopter, the crew's psychological fear suddenly becomes physical reality. The dead silence violently erupts as a massive tree branch explodes nearby with enough force to leave the investigators completely frozen in darkness.
Like these beings describe primal terror, like fear that they've never felt ever in their lives, ever.
Dude, fuck! Did you hear that?
Yes. Hello? Insane timing.
Huge tree branch
Yeah, I
crack.
heard that too.
Right past that.
Yeah, past that fallen brush. Dude, this trail like barely exists.
Moments after a military cargo jet disappears beyond the tree line, the sharp thunder of rapid gunfire suddenly erupts close to the trail. Realizing the danger surrounding them may be far more human than paranormal, the team immediately abandons the investigation and rushes back toward the vehicle.
Oh, I see it.
Whoa, what is that?
What is that? I think that's just a big like cargo jet. Big old military cargo jet just flew over this.
That was low.
That was so low. Dude, I can't even like see the trail anymore.
No, there's no trail anymore. Something like tells me we probably should stop.
Don't want to say it, but this path is starting to look more like an animal path.
I agree.
Oh, yeah.
It does feel like an animal path. Yeah, maybe we just, let's turn around. Let's go back.
Okay, that's a car. That sounded like a bear.
That's guns. That's guns.
That's guns. That's guns.
Okay, let's go.
That's gunshots.
Okay, we just heard guns. Yes, there's a military base here, but that sounded within a couple miles.
Yep, that was definitely gunshots. It's time to start making some movements.
As the investigation spirals deeper into the endless darkness of the Pine Barrens, the team is left surrounded by aggressive pursuers, violent sounds hidden within the forest, and something massive moving beneath the freezing waters of Blue Hole. With no clear answers and no way to explain what truly stalked them through the wilderness that night, the terror of the Pine Barrens remains very much alive. Mindseed TV enters a remote forest grid tied to chilling local legends of witches' cabins, where abandoned structures and disturbing ritual-like signs suggest something may still be active deep in the woods. An overnight trek into an isolated forest grid targeting a legendary witch's cabin takes an immediate turn toward the macabre. Navigating the dark perimeter, the team discovers 3 separate, freshly built altars left out in the open brush, signaling that the occult practices tied to the property's historical lore may still be ongoing.
So, yeah, they all assumed that this witch or this woman was kidnapping kids from town. Oh, fuck. Hey, right there. Oh, way over there. Oh, so there's a bunch of them out here. Looks like 3.
I guess there's still like people fucking around with this stuff too. And there's lineage too, like she came from people that were into the same shit. Like her parents, and it's been passed on, but they don't know if it's their family members fucking around with its kids or what, you know?
Yeah, witchcraft shit.
I know there's a lot of videos out there titled Gone Wrong, but honestly, that's the only way you can explain this episode.
The physical tracking uncovers a disturbing warning sign as the investigators approach the 3rd structural cabin. Laid out in the grass near a dual-entry door frame is the fresh carcass of a sacrificed animal, accompanied by a hand-carved spike tightly wrapped in twine, an unsettling sign that sharply raises the team's fear and caution.
Ooh, it's got bombed by it.
Okay, this one's kind of awesome too. Yo. What the fuck is that? And as I got closer, I realized that it was a dead animal
Okay. Is that a rabbit?
I'm sorry.
It was disgusting. It was nauseating. I was gagging. Colton started gagging. It's just gross, foul.
I can't help it. I really can't.
That's a fucking
You alright?
I'm kind of feeling nauseous now thinking about it. And that was just compounded by the smells that were coming from the carcass itself and just the visual of all the bugs on it.
Oh, bro. You see this?
What?
What's that?
But then I saw what looked like almost a spike, like a hand-carved spike, but it had twine as a handle.
It's like a fucking shank. Where? Oh my god. Look at that.
What the fuck? That's like a fucking homemade little dagger.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking disgusting. Regardless.
Fucking stinks a little.
There's flies all over here.
Inside the main cabin, the structure becomes increasingly claustrophobic and disturbing. As lights scan the upper rafters, rows of wire animal cages and handmade trinkets crafted from sticks and jars are revealed hanging from the ceiling, reinforcing the sense that something ritualistic is tied to the location.
Oh, dude.
What do you got up there?
Shit. Weird shit.
Like what?
Like hanging shit.
What kind of hanging shit?
Here, I don't know if we should go up here, honestly.
Why?
A bunch of just weird stuff hanging from the ceiling. There was like trinkets made out of sticks. Obviously, it looked like some form of witchcraft.
There's like a bunch of shit hanging from the ceiling and there's jars. Hello? Careful, I don't know how sturdy this shit is up here. Oh, there's a fucking hole in the wall that goes to another room. Hello?
You gotta see this shit.
He kept saying, you know, it was really weird. I wanted to take a look, of course, so I poked my head up and saw him, and just like in disbelief, like it was surreal. Like, I can't fucking believe this is actually happening.
Here, come on.
Fucking
weird. What the fuck? There's one.
This can't be.
There's two.
Okay. The whole environment was just foul and disgusting. The amount of flies up there was just crazy. They're flying in your fucking eye, your ear, all over the place.
What the fuck is that? Ugh. What is that, dude?
The smell was so bad. I don't think that any of us could have been prepared to walk into that.
The investigation moves into an adjacent loft space where a heavy, unbearable stench fills the air. The camera reveals rows of jars and decaying organic remains overtaken by flies, forcing the investigators to retreat from the building due to the overwhelming conditions. While attempting a spirit box session inside the cabin, the experiment is suddenly disrupted by a loud, clear female scream that erupts from the darkness outside.
There was a really audible, almost like a scream or something, and it was coming from outside of the cabin.
What was that?
That was loud.
From over here, right?
Right.
Hang on. Shh.
We muted the spirit box and we started listening, and we heard it again, but this time it sounded a little bit closer.
Yeah. That was... Oh, whoa. It's getting closer. Yeah, kill the light for a second.
Hearing a scream in the middle of the woods, especially in the middle of the night, we think we're out there all alone. It clearly sounded like a woman. It clearly sounded like it was outside. That's just fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
The sound is immediate, powerful, and impossible to ignore, sending the team into heightened alert. The situation escalates rapidly as the team cuts their lights and attempts to remain hidden. High-intensity screams begin to echo closer through the trees, each one appearing more direct and targeted, until a final blast erupts nearby, triggering a full-speed escape through the forest under complete darkness. Although the team successfully escaped the area, the ritualistic signs, disturbing remains, and coordinated screaming leave the true nature of the witches' cabins completely unexplained and unresolved. Dee's Dark Adventures returns with another intense wilderness investigation, exploring a remote forest where an unseen presence appears to be stalking deep within the trees. An investigation into an isolated woodland zone immediately shifts from routine tracking to active evasion. While navigating an overgrown ridge, distinct heavy footsteps can be heard crunching through the nearby brush. Realizing an unidentified entity has closed the distance, a heavy branch is grabbed for protection before a rapid retreat begins down the trail as the movement continues nearby.
Let's walk this way, guys. I'm gonna keep this stick because it's not gonna stand here. So I'm gonna leave that. Look at it. I'm hearing movements over here and some. I sure would not go. All right, we're gonna walk a little bit that way, and when it gets darker, I'm gonna come back because I'm gonna know here. But I want you guys to look. I want you to see how they've. That was right there.
The psychological tension quickly turns physical after a heavy storm rolls through the timber. Near a sheer drop-off, structural wood knocks are used to signal the surrounding forest. Instead of a response, an unidentified projectile is suddenly hurled directly from the tree line, followed by a dark mass visibly shifting through the dense foliage just beyond the camera's frame. The tracking escalates dangerously while approaching a heavily dense thicket known for territorial ambushes. The silence of the forest is suddenly shattered by a massive cracking explosion deep within the brush, sounding like immense weight snapping heavy timber or attempting to block the only escape route.
So much cover in summer. Right there. What was that? Stop it. Whoa. Sounds like he's trying to push a tree down. Not trying to, but going to. Or ripping one. I don't know. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna get close to the edge because I know what they do here. They block you in.
Near the water's edge, the investigation reaches a terrifying climax when a large, solid black figure is suddenly captured sprinting with incredible speed through the distant brush. The movement is aggressive, fast, and visible only for seconds before disappearing back into the terrain.
Hey, little dude, relax, man. They're not gonna hurt you. They might treat you like a potato chip. Whoa, look. Where's it at? Quack. No fucking way. Dude, okay, I'm trying to hold still. No! Okay, no. There's one behind me, man.
Second later, the situation turns critical after the sprinting figure completely vanishes from sight. Standing exposed on the narrow trail, violent rustling suddenly erupts directly behind the camera position, revealing the entity has fully flanked the perimeter, forcing a frantic sprint back towards safety. While the forest was eventually cleared safely, the targeted tree snaps, aggressive rock throwing, and the footage of the fast-moving black figure leave the true identity of the deep woods predator entirely unexplained and unresolved. Proving Demons returns with another terrifying paranormal investigation, venturing deep into the isolated forest to uncover the mystery surrounding the abandoned Tin Tabernacle. The journey to a century-abandoned church takes an ominous turn on an isolated, unmapped forest track. The investigators' 4x4 vehicle loses traction and becomes severely stuck in a deep mud pit. This sudden physical setback strands the team hours away from any outside assistance, turning their initial journey into a claustrophobic struggle against the elements before they manage to free the vehicle.
My car's got stuck.
Your car is not stuck. Don't lie to me. No, not in the middle of nowhere.
Darling. Stuck.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Fuck. Right, I can take it forward, but that's really muddy.
Yo, do not get the car stuck out here, alright?
Well, that's not the plan, is it? Okay, alright, so...
Yo, this road is so not traveled. The grass is literally...
I don't think I'm going to be able to get out of this.
The grass is literally grown over the entire road.
I'm stuck.
Oh, fuck off. Don't do this
I'm not joking. Darling, look.
Babe, please.
I'm not joking.
Not after everything.
Andrew.
After everything that's happened, this bullshit. Don't do this to us.
Fuck, hang on.
Do you need me to push?
Right, 4x4 mode. Okay. Right. Take it down the gear as well. No, she's stuck.
You gotta be shitting me.
What's 2? What does gear 2 be? Oh,
Babe, no, I'm serious. Stop getting us stuck. Okay, you can move forward. That works.
Andrew, it's stuck.
Listen, can you not just loop? Go forward. Go forward and
it's
loop.
Sliding left.
Yeah, it is. Go forward and loop around here. We'll be alright.
Seeking answers within the decaying sanctuary, the team activates an audio scanner to check for any hidden presence. The silence of the abandoned structure is quickly shattered by an explicitly hostile multi-syllable response cutting through the white noise. The localized audio anomaly immediately spikes the team's paranoia, suggesting that something in the darkness is tracking them.
Hello, is there anybody here? Hello?
No. With a knife.
I'm trying to figure out if there's something evil following me. Can you say evil? Can you confirm?
Dinner.
Dinner? Not saying that was paranormal, but being called dinner is not comforting.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that. Okay.
Let's go. I don't know. Bear with me. There's very little signal in here, so obviously the spirit box is not at its most pristine.
Yeah.
Right. I need to know if something evil is following me. Who is in the church with us? What would happen if I used the death whistle in here?
I was going to say, was it just me or did you hear loads of tapping?
Lots of
I didn't want to
tapping.
say anything and
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
just disturb the recording.
But the bars are moving as well. I was watching that shit. Let's see.
Can you tell if something evil is following me?
That's it.
Hold on.
What was that?
Was that one of us? Hold on, hold on. My brain's telling me it's saying come to me, but... Oh, hold on. Like, come to me? I don't know.
It sounds like that. There's movement outside.
Yeah, don't say that.
I just had something move out there.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm being serious. Okay, it's fine, it's fine.
What's that? No. What's that?
Oh. Holy shit.
That's a voice.
The psychological tension heightens as the audio scanner captures a direct, intelligent response. A clear, full sentence manifests through the static, specifically addressing one of the investigators by his actual name. This targeted verbal anomaly leaves the team visibly shaken, confirming that whatever is lurking within the structure possesses a precise awareness of who they are.
You're gonna fucking hate me?
Yeah,
almost like
yeah,
Andrew, you're gonna
yeah.
fucking hate me. Andrew,
Oh
you're
my
gonna
god, I can hear the
hate
fucking
me.
hate me really
Andrew, you're
clear.
gonna fucking hate me. It's too clear.
See, I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling to hear the first parts, but you can hear point blank the last part. I hate it in here. I keep feeling like something's gonna pop out these doors. There's so many little places like anything could enter. I know it's not reassuring, but it's just how I feel.
I'm gonna hate you. I'll tell you, if you're responsible for everything that's been happening, I already do. So congratulations.
The investigation reaches a deafening climax when the team initiates an experiment with an ancient Aztec death whistle near the altar. The moment the piercing, skeletal shriek echoes through the church, a violent, heavy crashing sound suddenly erupts from the back doors, mimicking a frantic physical reaction or a sudden retreat through the structural debris.
I'll try my best.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. Stop. Stay calm. No, don't. Because you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall. You don't think it would have been a rat or something, do you? You're scared of a rat?
Can't see any animals in it.
Take the light. Where's the death whistle?
Shit. I don't want to do that again.
No, one more for good measure. That actually almost made me deaf.
I'm shaking so badly right now.
Quick. Where's my recorder? Where'd I put my recorder? Yeah, I found it.
Hoping to escape the suffocating energy of the interior, the investigators retreat into the completely overgrown graveyard outside. Instead of finding relief, the background audio picks up a sequence of harsh, low-frequency whispers commanding them to follow. The chilling vocal tracking suggests that the unseen presence has breached the church walls and is actively following them into the brush.
Come with me now.
Shh, there's a noise behind you too. With me now. Okay.
That was me. Fucking hell. What if it's other voices from like the graveyard?
I'm coming.
The amount of people that are buried there.
Just don't get freaked out. I'm coming. Come with me now. That is all I've heard off of that. Listen, stay calm. I do hear the voices you're on about. Let's go into the grave. Oh shit, we have to go into the graveyard. The overgrown graveyard. This way's okay. I'd rather be in the graveyard, I think, than in there right now. Fuck. Now, I've noticed this before. I just want to know what it is.
While the traumatized team safely returns to their vehicle to debate the future of their investigations, the targeted verbal warnings and the sudden structural disruptions leave the true nature of the tabernacle's curse entirely unexplained and unresolved. Lisa's escapades ventures deep into a heavily flooded swamp system along the Florida Trail, where strange sounds, sudden animal panic, and unexplained disturbances suggest something massive moving through the wetlands. And trek into a heavily flooded swamp environment immediately takes a bizarre atmospheric turn. While documenting a remote game trail near the Florida Trail, the researcher notes the sudden, persistent sound of distant drumbeats echoing through the trees for several minutes, accompanied by a heavy, foul odor resembling rotting trash that rapidly spreads across the standing water.
So I keep hearing drum beats off this way. Now there is a road out here, but the drum beats I keep hearing have been for about maybe 8 minutes now. So I don't think it's a car going by. And there's no places to park around here, so that's kind of odd. We'll see if we hear it again. I'm smelling something really nasty. It could be the standing water, but I don't know, it smells like trash. I just saw a beautiful hawk and I didn't get it on camera, unfortunately. Looks like the pigs are having some fun through here. Almost looks like something stepped there, but I don't see any other tracks, so I don't think so.
The isolation turns entirely unsettling when nearby neighborhood dogs suddenly erupt into aggressive, panicked barking. The frantic growls are immediately preceded by a loud, structural thump echoing out of the dense brush, signaling that a large, hidden presence has violently startled the local animals.
I hear dogs barking at something. And it sounded like there was a big thump, and then they started barking. Like a growl, too. Where are these dogs coming from? Man, they were upset over something. It looks like straight through here, it looked like something big walked right through that grass. Because it's all mashed down. Go see if I see some prints. See, it looks like a path going straight through here.
The physical tracking uncovers a striking environmental anomaly along the path. The researcher discovers a freshly broken living tree blocking the trail that was completely absent during her first pass. The break appears forcibly snapped in the opposite direction of its natural lean, immediately followed by the sound of heavy movement crashing through the nearby undergrowth.
So when I came through here the first time, this tree limb was not here, and it's broken off at the bottom, and the only tree that matches it is that one. But I don't see any new break in it, and the break is pointing this way when it should be pointing that way if it came from that tree. All the rest are pines, so that's kind of odd, and it wasn't there before. It's alive too, it just happened. I just heard something crashing through here. Of course, I didn't have my camera on.
The investigation reaches a terrifying climax as unseen movement closes in from multiple directions. While exploring a clearing, a sharp clanking sound echoes through the timber, followed by a massive thud from the canopy, as if something heavy has dropped violently from above.
Yeah. I keep hearing something clanking together. Some blackbirds that just flew across scared the crap out of me. Oh. You can see them up there in that tree. I don't know why they're all upset. Oh, no. What the heck was that? I heard that jumping noise again. Like something jumped out of a tree. Big. Looks like the swamp kids were here, little raccoon prints. Okay, I'm gonna head to a different area, see if I see anything. So this is weird. This was a campground, but you're no longer allowed to camp here. And I don't really know why. That's kind of weird. You can tell by the poles that it's pretty old.
Near the edge of an abandoned campground, the situation escalates further as the researcher documents heavily flattened vegetation and deep water channels cutting through the swamp. The pattern suggests something large is repeatedly moving through the flooded terrain, avoiding detection while staying just out of sight. Although the researcher safely exits the swamp, the drum-like sounds, broken trees, and violent canopy impacts leave the true cause of the disturbances completely unresolved. Exploration Unknown explores a forgotten 100-acre farmstead hidden deep within the isolated wilderness, where decades of silence still surround the abandoned property. The solo 3 a.m. Challenge begins deep within a sprawling 100-acre wilderness where an old farmstead lies completely forgotten. Moving through dense timber in complete darkness, the investigation uncovers decaying animal pens and the remains of a collapsed chicken coop, immediately establishing an isolated and deeply unsettling atmosphere.
You can see, I wasn't kidding about being in the woods. Coming up on some structures here. You have to kind of walk off the woods a little bit to get this place. And it was over 100 acres of land. See, now I don't know that I got this the last time, but I will link the daytime video down below. Yeah, it looks like they burnt maybe trash or something here. Or this could have been part of a house. I don't know. Looks like chicken coops over here. One looks to be usable shape. Look at this. It's out here in the middle of nothing. It's a big barrel. That's crazy. Looks like the little pans over here. Old cans of ham they'd used to feed the chickens, it looks like. Look at all this kindling wood here. Wow. Oh wow, look at this. So much kindling. I wonder if the owner even knows this all is here.
The tension intensifies inside one of the surviving outbuildings. While scanning the dark interior, the camera captures a misplaced jacket hanging motionless beside discarded electronics dating back to the 1980s. The abandoned personal belongings silently hint at a sudden departure frozen in time.
I don't know why there'd be glass in an old chicken coop, but okay. I'm not gonna lie, that really freaked me out when I first saw it. Which is weird because it's like somebody's jacket just hanging there. Look at all this stuff here. Now that is a relic of the past. It's like an old 80s printer. So cool. Look at all these little spindly things here. Looks like something that could be used on a turn lathe. So this way. So building here is just, looks like over here is starting to collapse in the back a little bit. Crazy. These old pallets and stuff here. Yeah, that old muddy, knobby tire over there. Over here is where the good stuff is. And there's a bunch of stuff down here, just a bunch of junk. There's another knobby tire. Let's go over this way. It's a big stack of wood. Actually looks to be good. It's like some rough cut barn wood there. Look at all this marble. Look at all that been cut. That probably is worth a little bit. That's a lot of marble here.
Hidden deep inside a deteriorating stone garage, the investigation leads to a remarkable discovery. Beneath a collapsing roof rests a pristine 1953 5-window Chevrolet 3D100 truck, sitting untouched among the surrounding decay like a forgotten relic sealed away from the outside world.
Okay guys, what is here in front of me? The 1953 5-window Chevrolet 3100. Now, I came here when I first started my channel. I'm not going to show you the paperwork here, and I filmed this place. Filmed this truck. And I made no bones about it. This is my dream truck. This is the truck I want. It can be fixed up, restored. It's actually got a really good body. I'll get y'all around here, show you the front of this thing. I mean, the body's in decent shape. Just needs a little cleaning. I am happy to say I found the owner of this thing. And I, yes me, have purchased the truck.
The exploration continues toward the skeletal remains of the main homestead, now slowly consumed by heavy brush and overgrowth. Rotting porch columns and a collapsing roof frame stand as eerie reminders of decades of family history completely reclaimed by the wilderness.
We missed on this last time. There's the house. Looks like they're in the process of finishing tearing it down because they had siding on it last time I was here. Crazy. It's one heck of a doghouse here. It's just growed up weeds. Go this way. There's no license plate from 2006. Old tool chest here full of tools. God, this is way more grown up than it used to be. Really does not look safe up here. I don't think I'm gonna walk in there this time. It's just pretty much a shell. Looks like the top's falling down. Looks like somebody's been salvaging some wood out of it. See the old brick columns here? Just imagine the life that used to be here. Folks sitting out on their porch, hanging out. So much memories made inside this place. It's all gone now. Outside woods turlet. Okay, I made it to this little building here. That, my friends, was an ordeal. Whew. This looks pretty rotten. I'll be real careful here not to fall through it. I didn't even make it in this last time I was here. Sorry about that, guys. Good Lord. Look at that. Old dresser, look at that old chair. It's a really old rocking chair. Man, you can't get in here. So much junk. I was told by the owner of this place that this used to be an old picture framing shop. See some equipment there. I mean, you see all the matting and stuff for it and the frames laying around. God, you can't even get back in there. There's dressers.
The investigation reaches its final stop at the edge of the property, where a massive rusted greenhouse frame stands tangled in thick vines. Originally relocated from a university during the 1970s, the structure still contains collapsed tables and hanging pots, leaving the true story behind the abandoned sanctuary entirely unexplained and unresolved. Whether the silence surrounding the abandoned farmstead was caused by the natural collapse of rural life, or something far darker hidden within the 100-acre property, remains a mystery lost deep within the woods.